speculative unlikelihood of walking with dinosaurs, with I guess an inaccurate basis that doesn't seem to fit this certain species, the long necks. Comparing them to elephants and rhinos, their reproductive behavior. One part is their intelligence, but also more like the transfer of male competition. Elephants and rhinos have very limited reproductive capacity. They can only give birth to one baby an entire year. With pregnancy, it takes an entire year to give one baby. And they grow up with their mothers, only children with their mothers. These dinosaurs are opposite. They grew up as orphans with millions of thousands of siblings. They probably weren't solitary. They weren't born solitary. And the females have hundreds of thousands of eggs, because they have hundreds of thousands of eggs. So they would have likely wanted to diversify their gene pools. A better comparison would be the sea turtles or Komodo dragons, where you get females have a bunch of orbiters, maybe fighting to take their turn and taking the most time. They probably have been taking males have been taking turns. The females have been looking to probably for multiple males for her clutches to be more genetically diverse. These brachiosaurs aren't elephants.
So changing tactics.
So this is more speculation based on more narrative. They get more Victorian narrative. Sperm behavior doesn't even fit male competition. You can see sperm swimming in pairs, actually, of at least two. Let's see the sperm swimming in pairs.
Persuading the female. He really is the bull for her.
See there? See?
This group of bones here that are very close and one touching the other.
See how they're swimming?
It's a series of disc-shaped vertebrae that once formed part of his long neck.
It's not complete, but is particularly well preserved. Structurally, it's very delicate.
The bones are incredibly fragile, so the team covers them in a protective membrane.
We need to do all these small cracks because they will take out the vertebra. We can lose the bones completely.
And it could be that Francisco has discovered the key to what made Old Grande irresistible.
How do you even tell the gender of the fossil?
Nice that we have this group of bones here that are very close and one touching the other.
Based on the fighting?
Of disc-shaped vertebrae that once formed part of his long neck.
How do you know whose gender?
It's not complete, but is particularly well preserved. Structurally
Are incredibly fragile, so the team covers them in a protective mellow structure, which may have served a vital purpose.
These animals are huge giants of the Jurassic. They have very long necks, huge tensions and stress. So one of the probably advantages on having these hollow bones is that this helps the animal to be wider and more dynamic in the movement of these huge necks. Very useful.
My own speculation is they could have absorbed could have alveoli in their windpipes themselves.
Allowed Old Grande to walk, fight, and crucially, display.
See, also showing that they might have likely been more closer to species where the males display instead of eliminate.
To charm the female. Because he hasn't won her over yet.
So the males would have been showing off like many bird species do instead of fighting. Then no, those air pathways seem pretty small for its body, though,
It's
too.
thought he would use his long, lightweight neck and flexible tail in an elaborate courtship display. With every move he makes,
See those nostrils? I think that looks pretty ridiculous. I thought the display would be on the sides of the neck. But here, I think they're more likely those were used for breathing. Natural breathing,
birds such as frigates,
as it is.
Old Grande may have had an inflatable sack.
The inflatable sac could be on the side of the neck. That looks more for breathe. That doesn't look. It doesn't like a. The speculation seems off there.